Top 5, where I come up with a list, I read it to Vincent, and he blesses all of us with his scintillating commentary.
Oh, yeah, scintillating.
On my list.
Yeah.
Keeping it in theme, Vincent, we are going to be reviewing tonight from 1980, a favorite of yours, and at one time a favorite of mine.
Sure.
And that would be Stir Crazy.
Stir Crazy.
Starring one Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
Yes.
A duo who would appear. This is the second of 4 films.
Yeah.
In which they appeared.
Yeah.
So that got me to thinking of the great black comedy teams.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Who are the great black comedy teams?
Okay.
Now, some caveats. Unlike Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder, the teams that I have selected are all black.
Both are right.
Both are black.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So that means that you will not see Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan
Sure.
in here. You will also not see Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Represented in here.
Yeah.
Also, to be considered a great team, I felt that you had to have appeared together as a duo in at least 3 films.
Okay.
Together.
All right.
All right. So not just 1 and not just 2.
But 3.
But 3.
Which, from what I understand, is the magic number. Yes, it is.
To make this list.
It's the magic number.
It is a magic number. Yeah. So, which means that we will not see Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy represented because they actually only appear in 1 movie together. As far as a duo.
As a duo, right.
As a duo, and that would be Life.
Yeah.
Okay. Nor will we see, speaking of Chris Tucker, we will not see Chris Tucker and Ice Cube because they only really appear in 1 movie.
It's true.
As a more or less duo.
It's true.
And that would be Friday.
Right. Okay.
So you won't see them.
A lot of people off the board.
It's knocking a lot of people off.
So who's left? Who we got?
All right. And I have these in order.
Okay.
In my order.
It's your list.
See if you agree with this order.
That's where the magic happens.
And number 5. Now, first of all, a bit of a caveat.
Oh my God! All the caveats. Just read the list. You've got caveats and exceptions, and good Lord, it's like a list that an accountant put together.
You will see a graphic come up on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to say the top 5 Dylans. We just forgot to change that one part of the graphic, but the comedy teams will be listed there. I'm just letting you know so people know at home.
All right.
If they're watching at home.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
If you listen to the podcast, you won't care.
All right.
But
is there any other exception? Also, there'll be an alphabetical order. Also, they all have a shellfish allergy.
All right. Number 5. And this one pains me.
Okay.
But I have to give credit where credit is due.
Always.
Because they appeared in they appeared in 4 movies together.
Okay.
And they had their own TV series.
Okay.
And that would be one Christopher Reed and Christopher Martin.
Yeah.
AKA Kid and Play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They appear. Now, this is what I didn't realize. Their cartoon series, the Kid and Play cartoon series, predates their movies.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that. I would have thought that House Party
you thought was the launching pad.
The launching pad for them getting at least the cartoon series.
Yeah.
But no, the cartoon series comes before House Party.
The documentary that I'm waiting to see is about Herbie Lovebug. The man behind him, the man behind Salt and Pepper, because he really was sort of a marketing.
Yes.
Like he kind of had his eye on all of that.
Did he have one other kind of like quasi good hit? I mean, those were his 2.
I mean, I know like Sweet Tea is in that camp. I don't know if that's who you were thinking about. I don't think Kwame is in that camp.
No.
But it's like Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper and Kid and Play.
And then, like I said, I know Sweet Tea is in there.
Okay. Well, you're right. The Herbie Love Bug, that would be a good documentary.
Is that Dana Dane? Is Dana Dane?
He might be there.
Is Dana Dane under Herbie Love Bug?
He might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
The wannabe Slick Rick.
Yeah. Oh.
He was.
Ouch.
I mean, come on, let's call it what it is. He want to be Slick Rick, and there's only one Slick Rick, and you know it.
Dang, you don't like Cinderfella Dana Dane?
No. Do you?
You know, I thought Slick Rick was faking having a British accent.
Everybody did.
Because of Dana Dane.
Everybody did.
I just figured they were all pretending to be British.
No. That's why Dana Dane is fake. Slick Rick is the real deal.
But Kid and Play.
Kid and Play. Their movies were House Party, House Party 2, Class Act, and then House Party 3.
That's right.
You got to give them props. And the films, say what you want about their music, the films were relatively successful. I mean, Class Act was what it was.
And I think they're fairly entertaining. Like, I think you go from good, which is House Party, to the rest of them are fairly entertaining.
I don't know about House Party 3.
It's still, I've watched worse movies.
Okay. That doesn't mean it's entertaining.
I said fairly entertaining, and Class Act is, all right.
Yeah, well, hey.
But
look,
all right, they're at 5.
they're at number 5.
I think that's a solid place.
Solid spot
all
for
right.
them, right? Okay. Number 4. With 3 movies.
Okay.
Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier.
I'm interested to see who you have above them.
They have Uptown Saturday Night, Let's Do It Again, A Piece of the Action.
That's right.
All fairly entertaining films. Uptown Saturday Night, certifiable classic. Let's Do It Again, close to that. A Piece of the Action
really is really.
It takes
that's what dings them.
Yeah.
Like that's what dings them.
It's a it's a nosedive.
It is.
Significant nosedive.
Yeah.
Just above them.
Okay.
At number 3.
Okay.
With 4 films. Ice Cube and Mike Epps, who appeared in Next Friday, All About the Benjamins, Friday After Next, and then The Janky Promoters.
The Janky Promoters.
All those films, say what you want quality-wise, fairly successful, and some would say fairly entertaining.
Wow, this pains me that you've made me think about this. I think if I had to choose, I think I would. I actually really like Ice Cube and Mike Epps together. Yeah.
When they're at their strongest.
I mean, even at their weakest.
I didn't see Janky Promoters.
It's. Look, the way I'm thinking about these acts is, do I enjoy watching these two interact with each other? Like yes. Do they have chemistry?
Yes.
And they do. Like, I love watching Mike Epps and Ice Cube together. So
now, don't get me wrong. Would I have preferred for the Friday films to have Cube and Chris Tucker? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I think that they had probably a better dynamic than Cube and Mike Epps? Absolutely.
See, I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay.
Fair. You know, like, I don't know if Next Friday with Chris Tucker in that mode that he's in would have worked again.
See, I think it would have, because I think that Next Friday would have been Cube and Chris Tucker, their characters, Craig and Smokey, kind of settling, because it probably wouldn't have been the same story.
Okay, go ahead.
And I think they probably would have been a little more settled. I especially think that Chris Tucker would have been a little bit more settled.
But then he's not Chris Tucker.
No, I think he still would be Chris Tucker, but he could still be a little bit more settled.
I think Chris Tucker at his most settled is the Jackie Chan movies.
No.
What film is he more settled than that? I mean, unless you're going to do like Dead Presidents.
Well, that's all I'm going to say. Dead Presidents.
Okay, but then it's not a comedy.
Well, he's funny in it, though. He's got some moments in the movie. He's got moments in the movie, but he definitely is on his getting his acting.
I think the thing about Ice Cube and Mike Epps is that Ice Cube can be goofy with Mike Epps, and they're just goofy together, like in Next Friday but then I think Ice Cube can also kind of be a straight man, like he is in what's the third movie?
Friday After Next.
No, not Friday After Next.
All About the Benjamins.
All About the Benjamins. And I don't know if he can do both of those moves. Like, I don't know if
He's a straight man with Chris Tucker.
Right, but I don't know if he can be goofy with Chris Tucker.
Oh, I think he was goofy enough. I think actually he is turning it on a little bit in Next Friday because of the absence of Chris Tucker.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. That's why. I'm just saying that looking at it in totality, I think Ice Cube has the opportunity to do different things with Mike Epps that I don't see him having with Chris Tucker.
Okay, but here's the question. Are you fine with Cube and Epps being over Cosby and Portier?
I am.
You look like you're mulling it over.
Well, look, I don't want to relitigate, but I think the part of the problem with a piece of the action is that Bill Cosby is moving into 80s Bill Cosby mode, where he wants to not be as slick and kind of, which is really the energy between him and Sidney Poitier that works so well. Like, he's like a street Philly guy, basically. But now he's moving into the 80s and,
he's sanding his edges.
Right. He shaves and cuts his hair down. And now he's basically proto Cliff Huxtable. And you lose something.
Yeah.
So regardless of what happened, I think just time going on, you were going to lose that.
Okay.
Whereas right now, at 60 years old, I think Ice Cube and Mike Epps could do something interesting.
Right. All right. So Cube and Mike Epps are number 3.
All right.
Number 2. With 4 films. 4 huge films.
Okay.
That have grossed in total over $1 billion.
Oh my goodness. Who's this?
Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The stars of Bad Boys, Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys for Life, and Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Oh, yeah. I'm interested to see who you have above. Well, there are 2 people who haven't shown up that I'm wondering if you're going to have them above them. And then I got to wonder, how I feel about that. But oh, yeah. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are gold.
It's solid.
Like I would say they're the gold standard. Like, I'm waiting to see what you have above them.
Okay, they are the gold standard, but are they because of how much money the films have made?
I think it is perfect chemistry.
Now, I have to say, I have not seen the last 2 Bad Boys.
Yeah.
So
I think it deepens it. Speaking of the people aging, like I think there's a self-awareness about Will Smith's Mike Lowry character that you get, especially in the 3rd one, but I think the 4th one as well, that I appreciate. I think they like each other. Yeah. Like you get the sense that Will Smith and Martin Lawrence like each other. And they've had similar career trajectories. So they are actual peers. Yeah, I actually wish they would make not Bad Boys movies. Like, I love. I
would be interested.
Like, I love them to see. We own a law firm, and something falls in our lap, and hilarity.
More of a straight comedy,
right?
As opposed to these action movies,
right.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I would be interested.
Yeah. So again, I'm curious who you have above them.
Well, above them, and there can only be one team. First of all, I lament that there's not a black woman comedy team.
Yeah,
that's a big lament, and there's not even. It was hard pressed for me to even just pick a one and done.
Yeah,
there hasn't even been like one of those. But at number 1, with 5 movies between them, all very, very successful movies. I have to give props where props are due to Marlon and Shawn Wayans.
Oh, of course.
Who have Don't Be a Menace to South Central, Scary Movie 2, White Chicks, and Little Man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, you got to give props where props are due.
And then they had an entire television show.
And then they had their own show, the Wayans brothers. Like, look, they took their little piece of this a magnificent family, which is the Wayans, cut a slice of it for themselves, and then grew it all through their cult of personality of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can argue who is the more talented one or whatever, but at the end of the day, these are two real brothers,
yes,
who have a good chemistry with one another, and it comes across on the screen. And what I also appreciated, the one thing I will appreciate in their movies, even if I'm not a huge fan of their films, is that their movies are usually not them trying to play the exact same characters just with different names.
True.
They're trying to do something different. Whether or not you argue whether or not they succeed or fail, but they're trying to do something different as far as the characters that they are portraying every time on screen. So I gotta give them props.
Come on, man. It seems like it's been a theme the past month or so. Yeah. I love the Wayans. So yeah, I'm not going to fight you about Shawn and Marlon.
Yeah. So there's my top 5 black comedy teams.
Yeah, those are good teams.
All right.
Those are good teams.
Now, was there anyone do you feel was maybe left off?
I mean,
I saw in the chat that somebody, Ashy Feet was, what's up, Mo? He was talking about Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, to my recollection, have only really appeared as a team in 2 films.
Yeah.
And that was the Coming to America movies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because they're not a duo in Harlem Nights.
Right. So therefore, they don't qualify.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So is there any other teams that you felt? Amos and Andy was a TV show.
No. And I don't know if it would be a comedy team appropriately enough as we're moving into it. You know, Derville Martin and Fred Williamson worked together 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, but they weren't.
But it wasn't really a comedy.
And they weren't a team.
No. I think they were a team. Like I'm pretty sure he's in both the Nigger Charlie movies. He's in.
But I don't remember them being like a team in that.
I mean, maybe not a team. I mean, you know, he's his boy. It's stretching it. It's pushing it.
I think that's a stretch.
Yeah. But no, I think you hit him.
Okay.
You know, I was waiting for Marlon and Shawn to show up.
Okay. There you go. Now, outside of, we covered the black comedy teams. Do you have a favorite comedy team? Let's say that's not black.
I mean, look, you know, my favorite team of all time is actually Martin and Lewis.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually the prism through which I look through I love those Martin Lewis movies.
Okay. Interesting.
It actually makes me sad that they broke up.
Well, it broke up the country. The country was sad. That was big news when they broke up.
Yeah, I love Martin Lewis. Look, man, I like them Bing Crosby, Bob Hope movies, like the Road 2 movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
you know who's your?
I'm not a fan of the Bob Hope, Bing Crosby movies.
Oh, they're fun. They're boozy fun.
I remember liking Martin and Lewis as a kid. I can't watch them anymore.
Why?
They just don't do it for me.
Oh.
I would say I am a fan of Laurel and Hardy.
Oh yeah,
I love Laurel and Hardy.
It's old to me.
And in movies, in movies is Laurel and Hardy. Then I can watch some good Marx Brothers. But my favorite comedy team of all time will always be Moe, Larry, and Curly, the Three Stooges. I got love for shrimp, but Mo, Larry, and Curly, that's it.
All right.
That's my gold standard.
That's your gold standard.
All right.
All right.
Okay. George Cremona says that Denzel and Don Cheadle should get an honorable mention. That wasn't a comedy.
No.
And it was only one.
Yeah.
It was one. Now Mo is also pointing out, and I came close to choosing Kevin Hart and The Rock.
You know what? I despise Kevin Hart and The Rock together.
Well, I actually don't really like them. I
think it is the opposite of funny.
I don't like them either.
When the two of them are together.
I don't like them either.
I think it is lazy and hackneyed.
Yes.
When the two of them are together.
Yes. Nor do I think either. I don't think The Rock is necessarily funny in those films.
Not only do I not think The Rock is funny, I think The Rock is one of those dudes that you can't make fun of.
That is very true.
And there's energy between the two of them where Kevin Hart acts like a dude who's been little his whole life and knows how to navigate insecure big dudes so he don't get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
And that energy comes off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you can tell Kevin Hart knows that there's a line that he is never going to cross with The Rock.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
And when they write for the two of them, the jokes really always come down to The Rock.
It's always
is a real big guy.
It's the same joke.
And Kevin Hart is a real little guy.
It's the exact same joke. Exact same joke. Speaking of the lament of black women as a comedy team, we can't go back in time and create a comedy team that was no longer there. And unfortunately, Tichina Arnold and Tisha Campbell are probably, unfortunately, at this point, aged out of being for films. They probably could still do a series, a streaming series, or something like that. Short of that, if you had a screwball comedy right now and you wanted to try and build a black woman comedy team, who you getting? Quinta Brunson?
I'm assuming you want me to skew a little younger.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we both would probably want to see Gabrielle Union, but she's already a little up there as well.
I am curious. No, because they cross paths on the Black Lady sketch show. I would love to see Quinta and Issa Rae do something. Just the two of them. Like I said, they worked together in a couple of things on the Black Lady sketch show. Also, it didn't do that well. I enjoyed it a little bit. I feel like I'm ready for Marseille Martin to come back to the forefront, because I really enjoyed her and Issa Rae in Little.
Yeah, that she was good in that. She was definitely good in that.
And Marseille Martin is actually funny.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. She was one of my favorite thing about Blackish.
Look.
What is the show you love? And I like the show too. I just can't think of the name. I'm trying to remember the actress.
Oh, and right, there's my girl, Gabrielle Dennis.
Yes, Gabrielle Dennis,
who is just hilarious.
But what's the show with the British?
Oh,
you know who I'm talking
about. I'm still trying to get Michaela Cole just here in America.
Yes, Michaela Cole.
Michaela Cole.
Cole.
It's like Michaela Cole and Sade. They're my two British loves that I feel like every time you breathe on them, they run away and hide.
Now, I would say Michaela Cole. I would take her, but instead of Issa Rae, I would cast her with Yvonne Orji.
See, you've backed me into a corner where I have to say out loud that I don't think Yvonne Orji is funny.
Yeah, but I think she's good, and give her a good script. I think she would be okay.
All right.
I mean, I don't think first of all, I think you take Michaela Cole and put her next to almost anybody.
Right. So let's give her some. I don't like you putting my Michaela Cole.
You don't like her?
I don't like that. I don't like. Like if you're gonna use Michaela Cole, you're gonna have to use Issa Rae.
Okay.
Or Quinta Brunson, or Gabrielle Dennis or somebody, or Tisha Campbell, or Tichina Arnold.
No. Here you go. Here you go. Michaela Cole.
And who?
Janelle Monáe.
Okay, that could be fun.
Yes.
I'll allow that. I will open my arms and allow Michaela Cole. I feel like Michaela Cole is asking me, well, who all is going to be there, Michaela Cole? Are her parents going to be there? What's her parents' phone number? Let me speak to her mom before you go over there.